Hey guys, it's your old pal Slick Wellington back with another Slick's Pick retro video game review, and today we're going to be looking at the fourth game to crack my top 10 Atari 5200 games. This time we're going to look at Jungle Hunt, which is a console port of Taito's 1981 arcade game of the same name. Now before we begin, let's take a look at the original concept for this game. Okay, so you can see right away why this game was never produced. There was a lawsuit brought forth by the estate of Edgar Rice Burroughs, who was the gentleman that created Tarzan, and his family did not really appreciate them appropriating the look and sound of Tarzan. So the mechanics are great. So what they did is they simply reskinned the game, but this is a prototype version of the game for the arcade. And I really just wanted to show you this. It's basically complete. You can see his, like, a few details, like his hair changes colors and things like that. He went from brunette to blonde, so he's probably having more fun swimming now. I'll still get killed by the alligators, but it has the same four screens as it did in the other one. Or rather, it has the same four screens as the other ports, the home ports. So it's not like Congo Bongo, which was originally on this list, but I bumped when I realized it didn't have all the levels in it. So anyway, you can see here the graphics are pretty smooth, and then we get to this next level here with the rolling rocks. So let me whip right through the ending here real quick. There's a little triumphant music, and then we go to the uphill rock stage, and I've sped this up just to get through it because this is just the arcade version. You can see them going over, and they don't tend to jump too high. Then you also have some you have to duck under, like that one right there. That was a nice bit of ducking. So here we go again. And then we get to the final screen here with the natives, the indigenous peoples, that we have to rescue our lady friend from. So here we go. And I beat it. So then you see this little screen here, I love you. And in the later versions, he gets changed to have the little pith helmet on once they reskin it, and then it's back to the beginning. So okay, so let's go back to the 5200 version. You can hear right off the bat the little theme music is the same. And the reason that I picked this version over the 2600 version, which I owned, is because this one really gives you that sense of weight of the character having weight, plus he's more detailed. I think we'll look at the ending of the 2600 game, which is probably one of the classic moments of retro gaming. But I've kind of decided that that screeching sound is the wind that's blowing the vines to make them swing. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and speed through the swimming scene here. You can see the graphics are greatly improved over the 2600, and not too bad, really. You've got to keep going up for air. You can stab the crocodiles with your knife, and you have to swim under those things. So here we come to the hardest stage in the game, and for some reason this gives me such a difficult time on this 5200 version as an adult playing it. But look at the stones seem to bounce a lot higher than they did on the other one. Here, let me speed it up really quick. Okay, so you can see you got to kind of push up on the stick a little bit and then jump to clear them because they're a little bit higher. And it's tricky because you can go the wrong way, and then there's these other ones you have to duck, and I misjudged it, and bam, I lost too many lives early in the game, so I have to start over. So here we go again from the beginning, and I should just put it together like a hit list of all my deaths on that stage. But as you can see, I eventually persevered, and I made it with one life left to live. And here's the final screen with the witch doctors, and then there's old Penelope on the rope above the thing, and I screwed the pooch on the jump. And game over. But I went all the way through the game again just for one more shot at glory. And one shot at it. Come on, baby. Oh, and I cleared the first guy. Oh. Oh, and I jumped right in the fire. And the game's over. Okay, so real quick before we run out of time here, let me show you the Atari 2600 version. This was the one that I had as a kid growing up, and this one really hits me in the feels just because I played this game so many times. But you can see the graphics really aren't that bad for a 2600 game. The guy really doesn't have the kind of weight that he does, and I don't know really how to describe that except he seems to jump more horizontally on this one than he does on the other one. So let me go ahead and speed up here. Okay, so this is at 4 times speed here. Now you can see the swimming stage. Pretty basic. Doesn't have as much detail as the other ones. Your guy is just a little bald, a little bald stick figure. And then the crocodiles are about the same as in Frogger, I guess. So and now we're to this stage. Now you can see this one is now flat, which makes it a little bit easier. Your guy, you sort of have to run to the left because it tends to push you, and then listen to this when we get to the final stage here. This was one of the greatest things on the 2600. Oh, and I jumped right on him. So basically on this one, you just have to jump over the guy a couple times and run away from him, and you beat the game. So anyway, that's Jungle Hunt by Taito for the Atari 5200. It's episode 4 of my top 10. Be sure to check back next time and see who our next honoree is, and be sure to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what games you like for these systems, and just maybe give me your top 10. So cool. I'll talk to you guys later.